Preppy Project. Today I'm excited to share with you a little resource that I made for y'all, and it's for free on my blog at thepreppyproject.com. So what I made is it's a prayer calendar for the month of June. So for every day in June, it gives you a little prayer prompt to hopefully inspire you in your daily talks with God. So the theme for the calendar is for the single girls. So as a little backstory, kind of what inspired me to make this was I have been thinking a lot about like dating and relationships and things like that, just because I'm kind of at a point in my life where I'm 24 right now, and I have never been in like any type of, well, really any type of like dating relationship. Like, I don't know, it's just not something that has really come up with my life. And I think a lot of that is due to just being very focused on my own goals, and like I'm in graduate school and I have 2 part-time jobs and my own little side hustles that I do, like eBay and reselling and things like that. And so I do have a pretty busy schedule. And so with that, I haven't had a ton of opportunities to just kind of like get out there and be around people who are my age if it's outside of like school. So obviously, like when I go to class and things, I'm around people who are in very similar situations, and those are people like around my age. But other than that, that just hasn't been something that I've gotten really into. And so recently, like I signed up for a small group, which is pretty big for me because sometimes just like I think about a couple years ago, the thought of going and just like being around other people my age and not knowing anyone there, and yeah, that thought did kind of scare me. But recently, especially like getting these new part-time jobs has really desensitized me, I guess, to a lot of the social anxieties that I had before. And so obviously that has been difficult because, you know, in the moment when you're doing those things that make you uncomfortable, it can be difficult. But over time, I have made some pretty big steps toward just being more confident in myself and my ability. Those things have been on my mind a lot. And so, like I said, like I signed up to do like a little church small group that is more of just like a social thing where you meet with other people, like college students in my area, and just kind of do like a little Bible study, and then the rest is just more like social stuff. So that's something I'm looking forward to. So I am taking some steps to meet more people. But also, I'm thinking about like working on myself and things that I can do right now while I'm in this period of singleness. And this is something that so many people talk about, but I don't look at this as like a time where I am stuck in this period or anything like that. Like I look at it as a time that is very special because I won't be just single me in the future. So this is a time where I don't have responsibilities like having a partner or having a husband or having kids or anything like that. So this is a special time because I do get to focus on my goals, and I get to be pretty just independent in that and not thinking about somebody else. So I also look at this as a time to put my trust in God and trust in His plan for me and trust in His timing, because I know that it can be difficult to look at other people, and even like thinking about like my parents and what ages they were when they started dating and things like that. And part of it does make me a little scared because one of my big goals in life is to get married and to have children, and that's something that is so important to me. So it does kind of scare me sometimes to think about what if that doesn't happen, or what if I don't meet someone, and just knowing that I absolutely want to have kids one day and have a family, and it does scare me to think about what if that does not happen. Now that I've kind of put that out there, I also want you to know, if you're in a similar situation, that you are not alone and that this is a time for you to grow deeper in your faith and just grow more confident in yourself. Because, I think about in the past where, like 5 years ago, when I was like 19, 20, and I was like, oh, like I want to start dating, and like, oh, I want to, meet someone and things like that. And I think, yeah, but like, was I actually ready to be in a relationship? Like, I don't think that I was at a point then where, I don't know, like, I just don't know if I was in the mental space to be prepared to handle all the things that come with having a relationship, because I really needed to find my own place in the world. And so I think that even like right now, I think, yeah, like, am I ready for that? Am I ready to take on that kind of responsibility? So I'm using this time to really become sure of myself, sure of what I want, and just to be able to even like advocate for myself in a relationship and be able to set healthy boundaries and all those different things that make relationships successful. So that is kind of like my backstory. So that's kind of like what inspired me, because I really want to work on my own faith and to just know God deeper, because I think that is something that I kind of got away from recently. And I used to be really good about like doing my Bible every day, and that was just like part of my daily routine. And just with school and things like that, I just kind of got out of it, and I haven't been doing it like I used to. So I'm using this calendar as also a way to kind of hold myself accountable for putting that time into my faith. So what I'm kind of gonna do is, this is like my plan for how I want to use the calendar, because I want you to use that however makes sense to you. So this is just kind of like, up to your own interpretation. So I think what I'm gonna do is, this is the Bible that I use, and it's just, what is it? It's the Crossway single column journaling Bible, and it's is it English Standard Version? Yeah, English Standard Version. So it just has like a lot of space on the sides for you to write whatever you want to write. So I think what I'm gonna do is, sometimes I just do it where I'll just like open up the Bible like this, and I'll ask God to open to whatever passage I need to read that day. And so I might do something like that, or I might choose a book of the Bible to focus on. I'm not sure totally right now how I'm gonna do it. So I think what I'll do is, I'll first start out with reading my Bible and then using the prayer prompt. And I really want to get better at just being more open to prayer just throughout the day and seeing God just more in my daily life. Because even like yesterday, before my internship, I had some stressful things going on, and I was really praying to God like as I was driving over to my internship, and he really did answer my prayers yesterday. And so like last night when I got into bed, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, did I even like thank Jesus for that? Because he really did listen and answer my prayers. And I got even an email today about something that I had been really stressing over and I had been praying about, and I was just, it's just a stressful situation. So I had an email today that is going to be really helpful for solving that problem, and I feel like I really need to use those moments to be like, oh my gosh, like thank you God for answering my prayer. Like, you listened to what I was going through and you absolutely answer my prayer on that. So I think that's something important for me, is to thank God in those moments where he does listen, and to also reach out in the good times and in the bad times. So that's my plan. So if you want to download this free prayer calendar for June 2025, then I'll put my link below to my blog, but it is my most recent post on there right now. But I also put it in the category of, I think I put it in life category, something in life, and then I think I put it in the college category, I'm pretty sure. So I think you can just click on either of those and it should be in one of those categories. but just go in there and it's at the bottom of the blog post, and you can just download it, and it's a PDF. And I'm gonna print it out so I can like stick it in my Bible and just kind of like follow along. So you can do that if you like, or you can also just save it on your phone and look at it daily there. So I would love to hear from you if you are also in your single girl era right now, or if you have struggled with some of the same thoughts that I've shared today about just like singleness and things like that. Then I would love for you to leave a comment and tell me how you're feeling, or things that helped you, or even things that helped you grow closer to God and more frequent in prayer. So I would just love to hear from you, and I would love for you to like this video and subscribe, and go follow me on my blog at thepreppyproject.com. So thank y'all for listening to my story a little bit, and yeah, so I will also be praying for y'all and praying for you on your own journeys. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on my next video. Bye!